My understanding is this marriage not working out, you want to go back to Italy with the children.
No.
You don't want to go back to Italy with the children.
It could be easy for me to go back to Italy because my country, I could have a job, family, friend over there, but I'm not selfish. I know exactly that I cannot do that because it means that once in a year maybe my children can see their father. I don't want that.
Listen here, man. You need to do whatever you need to do to get your ass a job. You need to get another ring. You need to get a vacation to Italy every 6 months. You need to rub her. Y'all know how sometimes they toe be, bro. They got the big toe. Like, this the big toe right here, but then this toe be a little. You need to make sure you rub that.
Mr. Taylor, you say your wife and you have fundamental differences between you that makes this marriage impossible. Why don't you tell me what you mean by that?
Well, Your Honor, for example, there's the fact that we have two different kinds of communication styles. She tends to be more of a, talkative person, very assertive, very proactive. And when she talks, when you talk with her, she sometimes cuts off what you're saying. On the other hand, I can be talkative too, but then I give a chance for the person to speak. So there's that difference. And then we have different outlooks on life with many things. I tend to take life as it comes. Whatever happens, deal with it, face it as it comes. But with her, sometimes in some situations, if things get hot, if things get difficult, then she can start to worry about things.
Okay. Well, give me some examples where you feel that she's become overly concerned about a small thing that you thought really wasn't worth the time.
Well, there's a lot of examples, but I think one example is like with even coming here for this procedure to see you. There was a question about coming out to California, and she was concerned about the flight in terms of arriving here and how she'd be able to get from the plane to the driver or to the spot to get here for the show.
You knew it was handled, but she couldn't rest with that, so she kept calling it. Ms. Taylor, you look hot as a firecracker. I just want to say that right out loud. You look hot as a firecracker. What is your take on the degree or amount that you worry or get upset about by things?
About the plan, the ticket?
Yeah,
first of all,
about coming here, right?
Coming here. First of all, I can imagine that Los Angeles is a very big airport. I'm not used to.
No, don't talk to him. Talk to me.
It's a very big airport. I'm not used to flying with the airplane, and I like to plan very well my life in general because I'm analytical. I'm engineer. This is something that is difficult for him to go in his brain. I am analytical. I need to plan very, very well everything because, first of all, I don't like to disturb people, including you. I don't want to depend from anybody. It's so difficult to understand a very simple concept.
Ms. Taylor?
She thugging, bro. I like her. Stand your ground. Stand your ground and comprehend. It's not hard for you to comprehend that. I ain't trying to depend on you. And I agree with her. And you gotta respect that. She came from a different country. Bro. I want to know the airport. I want to know what parking spot you going to be in. I want to know what color shirt. I want to know what color heels you got on. I want to know what kind of bag, outfit, all of that. I need to know everything. She relocating her life. She changing her life. Bro. So again, I get that, that, and I'm that way as well. I like life, man, just free. All right, cool. Today we're gonna get to it. Not really too much planning. Live life. I get that. I understand that. I promote that. But when somebody relocating from another side of the world, yeah, bro, you cut us some slack. You gotta tell your girl what time y'all going to Target, what hour you going down. Yeah, she coming from across the world, bro.
Sorry.
Ms. Taylor, I saw a snapshot of your marriage right there and
there.
Yeah. This man was standing there with his trying to keep his shoulders up because he's working hard.
No, because
no.
Sorry.
And he's got the wind coming at him from his left, just knocking him right over. All he was talking about was a trip to L.A., and you are here with the analytical,
Yes, because it's true, the judge. I like to plan to do the things very well without disturbing anybody. So why you are talking about that now? Because you don't know anything. You don't know what to say, really.
No, oh,
So we have 80 years of the story. You are talking about the plan to come in Los Angeles. Sorry, Judge, he plucked on my nerve. He plucked on my nerve.
you get on his nerves, and this is a perfect example.
We both.
Why don't you tell me what your major concern is with him, Ms. Taylor? Other than the fact that he doesn't allow you to be analytical and plan, what do you see as the primary difficulty in your marriage?
Judge, he left Army without any job.
He left the Army without a job?
Without any job. I was pregnant. We had 2 children now. I was pregnant, and I left the country at my 5-month pregnant because I knew that if he was ready to leave Army, there will be no benefit, no health insurance.
Okay, now I'm just going to repeat it just to make sure, because you have a somewhat thick accent. You're saying you were pregnant and you were concerned that he left the Army abruptly because you were worried about having benefits.
No, I did no more health insurance to cover my delivery one day, so I left. I went in Italy. He promised me that, because I was trying to pray him, please, on his neck, please don't leave Army. What are you supposed to do if you leave Army? Don't worry about that. I know that I can have, after 1 month, government job. Don't worry. Jackie, if you don't find anything else around, can you be released in Army? Yes, Jackie, you are very, very sure. Yes, he was angry with me.
Okay, Ms. Taylor. Mr. Taylor, she's concerned that you're not working, and she says that you won't take any jobs that you contend are beneath you. Do you have a response to that allegation?
Yes, Judge, Your Honor. My response is that I don't see it that way. I know that, like with anybody else, certain things I have experience in. I've experienced teaching English. I've experienced admin assistant, and I was in military intelligence during my time in the Army. So I have different things that I can do. And I think sometimes the problem is that I was somewhat naive. I take responsibility for that because when I left the Army, I thought I could just walk into another job, and that didn't happen.
Right.
And that put us
into now that you see how difficult the job market is, have you been able to expand your sights enough to take a job that may not be less than what you're educated for?
Absolutely.
Shout out to bro, because that's humbling. That's humbling, bro. And again, thank you. Thank you for your services, everybody who served this country. Shout out to y'all, man. It ain't nothing but respect. It ain't nothing but respect. It's unfortunate to me, bro. It's unfortunate. And, you know, you hear about it. I hear about it in his talks, and you read about it sometimes. But what system do you have in place for those who serve in the Army, the military, and all of that? Those who serve, for those who serve the country. I mean, again, you hear about you can go government or law enforcement, administration, whatever you were, whatever. Yeah, you hear about that, but I don't know. I just feel like for the sacrifice, for that type of sacrifice, it should be a lot more structured. Things should be a lot more structured. But, you know, that's just my opinion. That's just how I feel about it. But, excuse me, specifically in his situation, bro, should be good. You should be good. Right now, in demand, teachers, what? Crazy. Make bread. That I think in the job market right now, bro, for what is it? Teachers and administrating and all of that stuff, bro, you can get a bag. You can get a bag. Now, if it's what you want to do versus what you're going to do, then who knows what you.
Absolutely. And I'm willing to do that. And there's some opportunities that are about to take place now, but I would certainly do that to take care of my family, Your Honor.
Are you doing it, or you will do it?
I'm getting ready to do it.
You're getting ready to do it. How does one get ready to do it?
Well, without going into too much detail, there's a government position that I'm in line for,
gotcha.
and there's a process to that, and so I should be one of the next people selected for the position. So
now, here's what I have to say about that. You got a bead on a job,
Yes, Your Honor.
You keep hooking in others until it comes to fruition. Because you're not going to wait 6 months down the process and find out, man, I was number 2 on the list, and they only took the first guy. You got to have other things on there. You can't just go one by one by one. Keep pulling them in. You might hook 2 jobs and keep 2 jobs.
And she said the same thing, Your Honor. I agree with that.
And that's right. In the meantime, in between time, do anything to make money. Anything at all. My father had a doctorate in law and worked in a linoleum factory because his people needed to eat. You know, that's what you do. And Ms. Taylor, I'm fussed at you a little bit. You're gonna get a fussing at too, but I'm not quite ready for it yet. You say that Mr. Taylor is like your 3rd child. Explain that to me.
I need to follow him. I need to looking for a job for him. I need to remind him what he has to do. If he's applying for this job, if he does this, if he does that, I feel that I'm not a wife anymore. I feel that
You're a mother.
I'm his mother, yes. Our relationship developing something different.
You don't feel safe at all, do you?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I love him, but
I know she's
like
a pill and a pistol, but take a look at her. She's about to cry. She's scared to death. Do you see the fear in it? And
I
usually,
do see it, Your Honor.
Yeah, and usually when it comes in that fast and that hard, there is fear behind it. Because fear is one of the most powerful, you know, love and fear, and then everything else falls away.
You make her feel safe, bro, I promise you. I promise you. I ain't got to tell you no lies. I ain't got to give you no nothing. You make her feel safe, bro, forever. It's forever. This is how I look at it. You make her feel safe, bro, because with dating and relationships and even getting to know a person and stuff like that, bro, you got to be vulnerable. You have to. You have to if you want to build that relationship, because then, in my opinion, it gives the other person the comfort to feel comfortable, gives them the comfort to feel comfortable. Like, stop double talking me. Stop double talking me. But yeah, that makes that person feel comfortable enough to feel vulnerable. And then that's how you build a healthy relationship. You build a stable relationship. So again, I always say, bro, the first step number 1 is you have to. And how do you make her feel safe? You make sure that you straight. You make sure that you good. You take care of yourself first. Take care of yourself first. Make sure you confident. You out there working. Make sure you out there working and all of that. And I promise you, bro, the rest of it is going to take care of itself. But priority number 1, you have to make her feel safe, bro. You just have to. You have to. Don't even imagine the other side of what happened when you don't make her. That ain't happening. That's why I always say I play offense. Bro. I'm trying to put up 100. I'm trying to put up 1,000, 100,000. I'm trying to go for the high score. I'm trying to set the high score. You know you straight over it. You know what we got. You know how we coming. You know we gonna put points on the board. We gonna put them points on the board. So again, this is just me. This is how I feel about it. It's my little advice to y'all. But make her feel safe, bro. Make sure that you straight first. Take care of yourself first. Make sure you solid, you straight first, and then shit. You know, and since we here, it might take a little bit of time. Now I'm not saying be no fool. I'm not saying be a fool. I ain't saying that at all. But what I am saying is, bro, be comfortable. Be comfortable and be confident in yourself, and it'll radiate. People will pick up on that. You ain't even gotta say nothing. You don't even have to say nothing. I know you'll know. She knows she like you. She knows she like you. Now when she gonna admit it to herself, that's a whole nother different story. But again, bro, bottom line, moral of the story, stay confident, stay grounded, and be honest with yourself. Be honest, bro.
Mr. Taylor, her fear notwithstanding, you say that she goes out of her way to make you feel like a bumbling fool. She even blames you for things that are not your fault. Can you expound on that for me?
Well, Your Honor, I think it comes from her being frustrated, which I understand. Because like she said, she does analyze things. She wants everything to be in a certain way, a certain time, in a certain mode. If it doesn't go that way, then the name calling starts.
Right.
And,
what kind of names are we talking here?
well, adolescent, you're a child, you're a teenager, you're like my third child, which he's literally said to me. And, you know, just very negative and bad things. And then when she does that, instead of solving the problem, I go into defensive mode.
Stand up, Mrs. Taylor. You're all right.
I go into defensive mode, and we can't work on the problem because I'm defending myself and saying, "Wait, hey, I'm not a baby. Hey, I'm not a 2-year-old."
Right. You're not discussing the issue anymore. You're discussing the overall how I feel about myself and how you feel about me.
Exactly.
Mrs. Taylor, do you understand what he just said over there?
Well, I don't agree with him.
Okay. Oh, I know you don't agree with him. That's why you're here. But I want to know if you understand what he said.
Yeah, but the problem is that I don't wake up in the morning and say, you are my child. There is a reason why I say that.
Oh, I get that. I get that there's a reason, but walk with me here. This is analytical.
Yeah.
You got the issue.
Yeah.
He doesn't respond appropriately. Your response to his inappropriate response is to get mad at him. How much does that solve?
Judge, the problem is...
No.
Answer the question.
How much does that solve? Answer.
You want an example?
I want to know is he all of a sudden brighter when you say that? Does he all of a sudden come up with an answer when you say that? Is he more thoughtful, or do you have any benefit from calling him a name other than it makes you feel good at the moment?
Judge, first of all, I'm from south of Italy. We are caliente people in general. When I get angry, I need to vent in some way. If I say something bad, because there is a reason. I told you, it's not...
You know, when people knock people out, there's a reason. When people go in a tower and shoot people, there's a reason. It doesn't mean it's a good thing.
I'm not insane. I'm a responsible woman. He can say that. I support him. I support my kids. I am very good wife and very good mother. The problem is that I don't want keep going looking for a job for him and give him the right advice, what he has to do.
I got you, Ms. Taylor. No, we've been there. We've been on that road. My understanding is this marriage not working out. You want to go back to Italy with the children.
No.
You don't want to go back to Italy with the children?
No, it could be easy for me to go back to Italy because my country, I could have a job, family, friend over there, but I'm not selfish. I know exactly that I cannot do that because it means that once in a year maybe my children can see their father. I don't want that.
Listen here, man. You need to do whatever you need to do to get your ass a job. You need to get another ring. You need to get a vacation to Italy every 6 months. You need to rub her. Y'all know how sometimes they toe be, bro. They got the big toe. Like, this the big toe right here, but then this toe be a little. You need to make sure you rub that. Do whatever you need to do, bro. Do whatever you need to do. I don't care what y'all say. That's the one. That's the one, bro. She trying to hold the family down. She trying to keep the family together. You got to get a job. You have to get a job. Go back into the military. Work at McDonald's. Make YouTube videos. Start a lawn mowing care business. Do whatever. Do something, bro. But from what she just said, and I believe her. And man, she could. I don't think that I wouldn't want that. That's not what my first option would be. But if it's an option for her, she looking at it like, all right, cool. I can go back home. I have more support, more money, whatever. And then you figure the rest of it out. And yeah, but not selfish, not being selfish, bro. And for me, I ain't got no problem with that. Bro. You should be able to whip two jobs. Take care of the family, and that's it, bro. I don't really think that it's crazy hard. Bro. I believe that if he woke up tomorrow and said, all right, cool, I'm gonna go work at I don't know, a fast food like Burger King or something like that. Miss Taylor would be more than delighted. She would be delighted, bro. I ain't gonna say it ain't gonna take a whole lot to make her happy. But when they locked in, I promise you, fellas, I ain't lie to y'all. When they lock in and they know what they want and they figure out, all right, cool, this is what I want. This is after all of the whatever. whatever, bro. The thoughts that wasn't really thoughts and the conversation that went horrible. That conversation, the conversations that just went horrible, bro. This is after all of that. After all, you sweep everything up into one pile and then you take account. Miss Taylor might look and be like, fuck it, it's worth it. It's worth it. And I believe that is what Miss Taylor has done. So therefore, you got to hold up your end of the bargain, bro. Hold up your end of the bargain. Times two. Hold it down times two. That woman moved here from a different country for you. From a different country for you, bro. So again, this ain't, beat up on you or nothing like that. But come on, dog. Let's get this shit rolling. Let's get it moving.
Ms. Taylor, thank you for that. Most people don't come in there and say things that are like that. That's very,
for sure.
That's very mature and very middle of the road and very thoughtful.
Yeah.
But let's get you there on another issue as well. You said, well, let me ask you this. You say that her pregnancy changed who she was.
Yeah, I think that after the birth of our first child, she thought about things more, and I understand that when a woman gives life like that, when they become a parent, their perspective changes, both the man and the woman. I think that in some ways, though, in her case, she did start to think about things more, overthink things, and in some cases worry about things too much when it wasn't necessary. Before then, she would do
Give me an obsessive thought that she had with respect to the kids. Something that she went around and around about, didn't make any sense.
Well, one thing which is a legitimate reason, I guess, but she was very concerned about them getting an ear infection, so she was always very adamant to cover their ears so that they wouldn't have an ear infection, because ear infections can be bad for anybody, and I guess especially at a young age. But she was just really
intently focused on the ear infection. Ms. Taylor, would you like to respond to that?
No, it's something ridiculous for me to respond something like that, because I can see, Judge, that he doesn't know what to say against me.
Mrs. Taylor, the reason he has a complaint is you're overwhelming him.
No.
Can you and I agree that you and he aren't getting along? That's all I want to know. Can we agree on that? That you two are not happy right now?
Yeah, sure.
You could agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, right.
Absolutely.
And I understand that your problem with him is that he fails to think things through, he's not analytical, he's not working, and he's not worried, and he's a little lazy, and he's like your little kid. I understand that's your problem with him. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Now, do you believe that Mr. Taylor is at all unhappy with you about anything? Legitimate or no? Is he unhappy with you about something?
Yeah, he's not happy with me.
Now, what is he not happy about?
About with me?
Yeah.
Because because he wants to do whatever he wants to do.
No.
He doesn't want any control.
Ms. Taylor, Ms. Taylor, that isn't it. And I want you to be quiet, because I'm going to tell you why he's unhappy.
Okay.
Okay? You ready?
Yeah.
You and I are a lot alike. I've seen that deer in the headlights look at my husband quite often.
So
No.
Sorry.
No. I want to know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen. I want to be there 10 minutes early, relaxed and ready to go. I am a terror at the airport. I have people calling me 4 o'clock in the morning. Judge, you got your shoes? I mean, it's just, I would make people crazy. If he would say something and I get to the end of his thought before he gets to it, I finish the sentence for him. He didn't get to say a full sentence for the first 2 years of our marriage. I finished them all. I've got that kind of speeding, fast, directional mind, and I worry about everything that you can imagine there is to worry about. And you want to know something?
That's going to make him shut down. Dog is going to shut down, not want to share a thought, not want to express an opinion, and it ain't because he don't love you. I don't think it's because he don't love you, but it's because, God damn it, you're annoying. You're just annoying. You're annoying. It's like the chalkboard. It's like the nails running across the chalkboard, and I believe you coming from it with good intentions. I think that you got the best intentions with that. But again, you can have the greatest intentions, but sometimes you just gotta fall back and, like Doug said, just let life come to you. Let life come to you. Like I still stand 10 toes down on the trip from Italy to LA. I gotta know everything. But again, if I'm like, all right, you know, let's go run to the bookstore. Let's run to the bookstore or something real quick. You ain't gotta know what time we leave and where we going to park at, which bookstore we going to, all that. Like, I don't really think it gotta be that deep. I don't think that it had to be that deep, because now you're killing the day for me. Now you killing the day for me. I might have been like, all right, cool. I ain't doing nothing today. I done recorded my videos, dropped my videos. We about to go hang out somewhere. All right. Maybe we'll go to the bookstore. I'll take her to the bookstore, surprise her, something like that. You know, come back home just to get out, whatever. You done goddamn bugged me so much worrying about which highway I was going to take to get back to the city that now, goddamn it, I don't even feel like going. Now I'm like, damn, bro, I got to get in the car. I'm head in the car. I can't listen to no music in the car. She going to want to talk about this in the car. Then it might get to that in the car. Then before we get into the store, she going to have to, yeah, that's real. That is real. So again, I think it's good intentions. I believe it's good intentions, but maybe just not the greatest execution. Miss Taylor.
We are a pain in the ass to live with. No. It's no, it is. It's difficult to be on the receiving end of that much speed, of that much deliberation, of that much worry. It is constant. It is all day. It is difficult, and you need to back up off it no matter what he's doing, because it's killing him. So it doesn't mean you're bad. Most times, we're right. Just between you and me, we're right. But it doesn't make the way that we transmit our information a good way. It doesn't mean that the things that we worry about are appropriate. You know? It just doesn't mean that. So you have to switch your style. So he's got to do things too. I'm gonna fuss at him later. Good. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But you have to adjust your style so you're not an all day, every day, ongoing adjective. No.
I'm not in this way. It's like exaggerated.
Miss Taylor, you're ongoing with me. And we don't even live together. I can't wait to get out of here. Mr. Taylor, my man, you got to step up your game. You got to step up your game for a couple of reasons. Number one, just so you don't lose your mind in the house with her. Number two, you have to, I know what it is to be a laid-back individual. I understand what it is to have a certain confidence and certainty in your ability to provide and what you're going to do. And I think that you're not only a recipient of that, you're a victim of that as well. Women can't live like that. We've got to be more sure, especially you got one like that, who's like me, who worries about things. So you can't do things to the order of what makes you comfortable. You have to step up your game to take it to an order where she's more comfortable. You can't get all the way there because you can't fix everything. But you've got to go further than you're going, and you have to do it on your own without being asked. Do you see what I'm saying? She wants to know if she lays back and takes her hand off the wheel, the car's not going to go in the ditch. Right now, she doesn't feel that way. See what I'm saying? You can demonstrate that in your actions and in what you do. Don't just wait for this one gig. When you got me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good luck to both of you. There will be no recovery in this matter.